Another story this week gave me a real headache. Some disgruntled former staffers of Michelle Bachmann tried to create a story out of the fact that she has occasional migraine headaches and takes medication for them. Boy, that's a big story. You know, that's the kind of nonsense that one has to endure to run for president, as I can attest. But it really fries my bacon to think that the worst criticism of Michelle Bachmann is that she gets headaches. Good grief, the presidency is a headache. And if you watch her in campaign mode, you see a person of unfailing energy, and she hardly seems incapacitated physically or intellectually. You know, I get so tired of the smug, sniffy, self-appointed saints of journalism demanding to see the medical records of a female presidential candidate because some staffer who couldn't keep up with her decided to whine that she has headaches. It sounds to me that losing that kind of staff member is getting rid of at least one headache. And the only people I have less use for than someone who betrays their former employer with nasty and nitpicky revelations of their boss being human is the gumshoe wannabe investigative reporter who thinks he smells a story. What he usually smells is his own foul self. Brian Ross, the ABC reporter who fancies himself a real investigator, leapt onto the stage to confront Congresswoman Bachmann to demand that she answer his questions, and then got upset when some of her staffers treated him like the inconsiderate jerk that he can be. Now, having been on the receiving end of his brand of reporting, I realize that he probably is less the cause of a headache for Michelle Bachmann and more a pain in the other end of one's anatomy. Look, reporters have a right to ask questions, but they don't have a right to demand an answer, and certainly not to physically invade a candidate's personal space or to refuse to accept no for an answer. No candidate is required to help load a gun pointed to his or her own head. Reporters are free to write their stories. They are not free to force a candidate to give them fodder for it. Well, that's my view, and I